Hello, welcome to the Far North Food Forest. Here in the very northern tip of Scotland we have a food forest, and if you've been watching, we like to do monthly updates if we can to show you how the forest is progressing. Now at the moment the sun is shining. We had 2 months of really dry weather and things were progressing much quicker than they normally do. Now we've had 4 or 5 days rain on and off, but the sun is out again. We've not been out, so we're going to have a look around the garden and see what's been happening and how the growth has been affected by the sudden influx of water and today's beautiful sunshine. So come with us and have another look round our food forest. So you can see here plums starting to appear on our plum tree. There's plenty going on. This particular plum tree grows quite well. There is another plum tree which you may be able to see slightly more through there, which doesn't act as well. Not sure why that is. I think it gets a little bit more northerly wind on it, but certainly this tree is growing well. So the plums are out. More leaves on the tree now, of course. We have this Siberian pea in here, giving a bit of extra nitrogen to the ground, and that's going quite well here. What else? So the plants in here have grown quite well. So we've had 4 or 5 days rain, and everything is flourishing. So this is a willow hedge which is sort of protecting the apple trees and the plum trees. And what else have we got in here? You see below here, although we've got some geranium that's managed to get itself entangled in here, down here is you can see the leaves of that daylily. So we eat the flowers from the daylily, so that's all good. You see these lime trees which we've got in pots at the moment. Eventually we'll put them out, but we can use the young leaves on lime trees, so we're going to try and experiment with pollarding them a little bit to see if we can get more leaves on them. So that's why they're in pots at the moment. We're going to decide where to put those. See here we have apples and blackcurrants growing together. There's quite a few of these are going to go quite well. We did prune these back, or we have pruned back the trees. We do so every year, but they eventually fight for light and growing together, so we might have to do a little bit more pruning in here just to make sure that the apples have got enough light. But they're looking good. Another type of willow right here. And you can see the hop there that's growing quite well. Usually gets itself right up into the canopy. This area we allow to grow wild, so some campion in here. There's some valerian there that's growing in amongst the foliage. Plenty of blackberries. Oak tree here. The leaves are out on the oak trees now, quite fully. And the elder trees, soon have some flowers on that. black currants in here. Older trees in the background, the leaves are starting to come out that much more. And there are also two butterflies coming out. Glad we left some of those nettles and docks out there for these. Some of them just coming out. We have some red currants at the back of these black currants as well. They have the slightly rounder leaves, you can see at the back there. Rose rugosa, which is really good. Some people call it the apple rose, you get such big rose hips on them. And plenty of bees in amongst these raspberries. At the back you can see hazel. We had some flowers on them this year, so we're hoping to get some nuts this year. More black currants in there. And then here we have some gooseberries. At the back, this poplar tree is growing really well this year. There's a silver birch in there and some golden willow. There's dogwood, which is now flowering now. Some elm in there. You can see in amongst the trees, sweet cicely growing. Become aware of the birds in the forest, the sound. can see some of our, it's a small tree nursery. We've got a few trees that will move on from this position. Oak, lime, and a beech over there, copper beech, and a horse chestnut. This area is full of mint, strawberries, or blackcurrants. At the back there we leave the nettles for the butterflies, but we also use those nettles for tea and for soup, in particular soup. This raised bed is in the making still, as well as this one. That's an elm in there, I think a wych elm there. You can just see through there, there's chickens. So we'll probably give them some greens from their little chicken raised bed. Doesn't have chickens in the raised bed, by the way. We just raise their food throughout the winter and into the summer in a raised bed. We'll show you that. I have trees of different types here. Apple trees, different types. Sunset, Discovery. Maybe a James Grieve, this one here. A couple of chairs set up for me to sit on, as I have to do regularly around the garden. This is a nice apple. Over there you can see the blossom just failing now on that mountain ash. And the elder trees that are growing in there behind, in front of the alders. So plenty of apples coming on here. This is a chokeberry. I haven't got any berries on here. They come quite late. Can't see any flowers on here though yet. Plenty of berries on. There you can see this is a salmonberry, so plenty there on the salmonberry. This is one of our experimental perennial flower raised beds there. Although this is not supposed to be in here, this is an elder tree which we're going to move out of here. We kept it in there for a moment and then it got too far on for us to take out, so we decided to let it grow this summer, and we'll take it out in the winter time. Some mullein just there. Potatoes in here. Oh, these you might see dotted around this. There's a few more that we're planting these daylilies around our apple trees. So young apple trees here. See plenty of them. This is Malus fusca, this is a crab apple. But there are more small apple trees in here which are going quite successfully. At one stage this whole area was flooded with just reeds, but now it's growing so well. There's a mullein there that's decided just to plonk itself against the raised bed. In here we have, well, you can see actually some asparagus. This is our asparagus bed, so we've been eating this, but it just keeps on coming. We're not keeping up with it. This is Taunton Dean kale, so perennial kale, and there's some garlic growing in there as well. Lots and lots of blackcurrants. Rybee's family does really well here. The bees love the raspberries at this time of the year. There's more raspberries. Various bees in here. Some carver bees. And you can see at the back there, there's a pear. And here we have some more hazel. And mixed in with some blackberries. And behind them again is the older trees. So onions, so these ones are starting to go to seed, so we probably need to do something with that. We like to leave these for the pollinators. So this is rocket that's gone to seed, and so we're just allowing it. Bees love it, and I love to see it and smell it. It smells like honey. So we'll use the seeds. In fact, there's an example over here. We were going to use these seeds, and I forgot to move them. Left them in a pile on the ground. Eventually moved them. But of course, all the seeds dispersed onto the ground, and now we have a lovely patch of various mustard leaved, red mustard as well, leaves here. So these are quite nice actually. Oh, this is there's a potato coming here. This is our patch. We threw a lot of our old seeds in here, which we didn't think were going to work, but we decided we'd leave it for the chickens, and whatever grew in here would be theirs. And again, lots of stuff going on here. I think actually a bit of winter radish that's got in there. A few weeds. Ignore groundsel or weed, that's again, chickens love that, so. Anyway, so that's our raised bed that we leave for the chickens every year. Siberian purslane is still going, you can see the flowers. All the way through here. So we don't get many planes of any type here. The only thing we do get is the helicopter that regularly flies across to Shetland and to Orkney. So you can just see it up there. Hazel in here. And you can see clinging on here is some garlic mustard growing amongst the spirea. Well, good luck with that. Some sweet cicely. So moving on to our rose garden. The roses are just starting to come through here. This is knapweed, the blue flowered plant there. Little rose garden. At the moment it has equileaves in it. But there are a few roses starting to come. The rosemary we have in pots at the moment, some of that has got to go out. Roses. This is a blue rose. Purple really. Almost pink. Some blueberries here. So blueberries share the area here with roses. And another bush here. Lots of blueberries coming on there. Comfrey. It's a yellow flowered variety, the more of sort of a ground okay. In here we have some lemon balm. It smells of summer to me, lemon balm. Yeah, beautiful. Lovage. That's a juniper there. I wish that's a foxglove. Alchemilla. More valerian. Horse chestnut growing quite well here. And getting a bit of rust on some of the leaves here. Not liking the wind maybe too much. Some comfrey. Corkscrew willow with some spirea, some flag irises. Here's some oregano, some more alchemilla, and another oak tree. Sometimes it's just good to sit back and listen to the sound. Yeah, there are more plums on this. Slowberries coming. raspberries. Bees enjoying the raspberries. We might do a little episode on bees. More blackcurrants. And another apple, which looks like it's going well. Plenty of apples set in there. And a little elder in amongst this hedgerow. Roses. Comfrey, some white currants in here. The cherry tree has plenty of cherries coming on it. Some campion and fuchsia. We have the berries off the fuchsia. They're all edible. They're quite nice actually. Maple. I can't use the maple really for syrup. It's a field maple. I mean, it wouldn't be good for 40 years anyway. We could maybe use the sycamores, which are quite old, for that, but we tend not to tap any of our trees. Over there you can see buckthorn next to the elder. And the elder has thousands of flowers coming on there, so we use all those flowers. Rose is starting to come. Most of our flowers from the elders come in here, and you'll see, there we go, majority are in this area here. First are just appearing. We do love those elderflowers. In fact, meadowsweet tastes very much like elderflower, so we use like the meadowsweet as well, which is quite good for the stomach. We move into a meadow just beyond the forest. And on the edge of the forest, of course, we have some more salmon berries. I say of course because they do tend to grow everywhere and we have to control them to a certain extent, but there they are. And the bees do enjoy them.